この俺が人間なんだ。
Alright, so in this one, we are going to be going over the updated GamePress tier list. This did update, technically yesterday. It is 4:30 in the morning when I'm recording this, so technically yesterday at about 5 p.m. there. And, there's going to be a lot of things. I haven't looked at it fully, but from what I have seen, pictures I've been sent, because people love, I guess, hearing my takes on this. There's a lot of discrepancies that I disagree with, and I mean, we'll just get into it, right? So, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta up to Z tier. Okay, good. Super Vegito up to S tier. Okay. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Red, Super Saiyan 3 Goku Green, down to S tier. Okay, good. Kid Buu, 8 Vegeta, Cell, Goku, God Topo, down to tier 1. Okay, but just can't even. Just, by the way, they have LF Rose below 8 Vegeta. Just letting you guys know. And then over 40 units removed. So, let's click on it and see how is everything on the GamePress tier list updated version updated to today. Okay, so 1%, 9 stars, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, Goku Vegeta, Sword of Hope, consider it 9. So, just to look overall before we get in-depth on it, Goku Vegeta, number 1, agreed. Sword of Hope, number 2, I disagree. I feel like Super Vegito is number 2 because Mono Purple, but okay, you could argue Super Vegito is maybe number 3 then, right? Gogeta 4, then Future Gohan, then Revival Gohan. Okay, so Gogeta 4 above Future Gohan. Future is the best team in the game. Gogeta 4 is green. Now, I've argued it countless times. Gogeta 4 is the best green in the meta, arguably with, like, Fat Buu, right? Because one can lock in, and one can control their neutrality and go neutral up to 4 times. Obviously, Gogeta 4 is that unit, right? Explain to me how, yes, while he can go neutral 4 times, and he's only damaging neutral 1 time, he is better than a unit that is amping Sword of Hope Trunks. I do not understand how in any circumstance of this game, Future Gohan is worse than Gogeta 4. No, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is fine for the meta. He's the best green, again, individually for the meta. Fat Buu really wants your other yellows to peek out and then catch a niche scenario to catch Vegeta. In a little situation to lock him in, rush Goku Vegeta when Vegeta's out, something like that. Gogeta 4, individually, is very good. He doesn't hold a candle to Future Gohan, is the issue. Gogeta 4 doesn't do anything near it. 25% support on entry for Future Gohan, then 25% per attack taken, per combo taken, rather. That's 50% support if you're covering on a strike. Sword of Hope Trunks, with insane stats, is getting 50% support. You run Future Gohan, Sword of Hope, Goku Vegeta. Goku Vegeta, with 50% support, is insane. You think of Mono Purple. That Vegeta is offering, what, 20% per card used? That Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta? If Future Gohan's giving more percentage, and he's a better unit, 10 times better unit than that Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and he's meant for the best team in the game, how is Gogeta 4 better? What is the explanation for Gogeta 4? Actually, wait, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta actually matches up incredibly against the daunting Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta Purple and his teammates. His ultimate is a almost guaranteed one-hit KO in many matches, and his extra move gives him leeway to use his hard-hitting strikes at his leisure. I have these stars, these exact stars, for my Goku Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I have never once one-shot Goku or Vegeta on my ultimate with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is not a build-up. He has always peaked out. And I have never once one-shot him on ult. From full, you can't. That's not... What? That's not even true. Okay. That discrepancy aside, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta being overrated. Rival Gohan, you're not D tier. I'm sorry. Look, I've said it so fucking much, and I don't know if it goes on deaf ears. I just don't know if people don't agree. I don't know. Revival Gohan has been a liability, if not since Super Saiyan Blue Evolution dropped, since Gogeta 4's fucking plat. Look. If you remember when Super Saiyan Blue Evolution dropped, people thought maybe he had a bad mechanic of, okay, he needs to, like, anti-revival to really, like, peak out because he goes neutral after that and all that, right? Like, his blue card can go neutral, but to, like, really neutral, he wants to kill a revival unit, right? Since Revival Gohan has been out, he was in every single matchup when Evolution Blue dropped, right? That's how that worked, because he was goated, Hybrids was goated. It was insane. It was great for Hybrids. Evolution Blue had a scenario, and I've seen it, literally, I've done it hundreds of times. Back when Hybrids was the main team, when Evolution Blue dropped, you kill Rival Gohan with your Evolution Blue. Goodbye 2 balls. On top of, I neutral 30 counts. I had seen a 3 blast kill FSK. A red. Evolution Blue. That's the start of the anti-revival meta that we were in, right? We're in that so much more deep now. Look at every unit above Revival Gohan, besides Future Gohan. Goku Vegeta take 2 balls and remove 2 balls. Wait, no, they get 2 balls and remove 2 balls, right? Copium, 30% HP down on your Revival. Gogeta 4 balls, 50% damage inflicted. You need to scroll down a little bit in S tier, right? Is there any? Yeah, look, another anti-revival unit. Evolution Blue, the one I'm fucking mentioning right here. There is such anti-revival. And since Gogeta 4's plat, if not Evolution Blue, this guy's been a liability. Like, there's no good circumstance, right? But if you're gonna name one, what do you do? Let's say you're trying to run Mono Purple. What do? Do I bring Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta to amp my Super Vegeta and Goku Vegeta? Or do I bring Rival Gohan where I can have, oh, I have an extra life in case I get caught? Or do I just amp my powerhouses? Why would I not amp them? Because if I die with Rival Gohan, hey look, there's a second rush coming my way. Hey look, here's my revival unit gonna die in 2 combos instead of 1. It's like, sure, I have another circumstance to where I can catch them, but why can't I just make my circumstance better for myself innately by using Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and amping the shit out of my other units? That's the better play, in my head at least. But apparently he's Z tier. No, I disagree. Super Vegito, not D tier is a joke. You know, you could say he's not number 2, sure. Like, fine, whatever. Call Copium number 2. That's whatever. I don't really even care at that point. Like, I could see an argument. But Super Vegito not being Z tier, while Rival Gohan is, it's a joke. Any unit that has a chance to anti-endurance is very good for this meta. On top of Super Vegito, he is the best, like, Zenkai unit in the game right now. Like, that's not even, like, a debate. They don't even debate that here, right? Like, look at everything. No other Zenkai exists above Super Vegeta, right? He is the best Zenkai unit in the game. He's anti-endurance, on top of how crazy he is stat-wise, on top of him supporting, on top of how he doesn't even need help on a setup to actually get going. Maybe his beginning, he might need a little bit of fucking, like, okay, let me do some cards, but, like, not every unit's gonna be Goku Vegeta where they're nuking you 1 card in, right? Like, that's just not how every unit's gonna work, or it'd be a broken game beyond belief more than it is now, right? Super Vegito, if you're anti-endurance at any point of this meta, you're very good for the meta. Unless you're a Revival who is countered out by 3 units above you. Super Vegito being anti-endurance to Sword of Copium. I have seen 30 million scenarios where Sword of Cope dies before his unique gauge. That's because Super Vegito, if I just play a little bit smarter, if I play a little bit better, or if my Super Vegito is just cracked beyond belief, I can kill a Copium before he gets his fucking unique gauge. And there you go, I'm vibing. I kill future Gohans from like 60% HP with Super Vegito's ult. it's really not difficult. Super Vegito has so much more value than Revival Gohan, than even Gogeta 4, because Gogeta 4's main value, if you like think about Gogeta 4, you're thinking like, okay, his neutrality and his anti-revival. Tell me another revival unit that's in the meta. Well, Revival Gohan's not even fucking in the meta, but another one that's seemingly in the meta. None. There is none in the meta. Super Vegito has more value because he's supporting allies. He's doing cracked fucking damage after his first few cards, and it's not even hard to get through them because he has card draw speed, and then he can get double card draw speed on top of he could cancel fucking buffs for the enemy on his fucking main ability, on top of Mono Purple exists, so it amplifies him even more to where he's already cracked right from the fucking get-go, right? Like, I literally did a video where it's Super Vegito, and he's on every single team. Every single team, he looked good. The start of his entry to the end of his entry. That, like, again, being anti-endurance in a meta where 2 endurance units are in the top 5, how the fuck do you not have higher value than a Revival Gohan who's, okay, I got my anti-endurance on my blue card. My blue card, by the way, I need to destroy 4 cards for it to do peak damage. My blue card, by the way, hey look, I'm not going to land it because I'm going to die in the next fucking card because I'm Revival Gohan. I'm going to get double rushed because I'm Revival Gohan. How is Super Vegito have less value than someone that's literally feeding a second rush, than someone that's feeding neutrality, than someone that's feeding their own health down on Revival? How the hell does this little kid have more value than Revival Gohan, or than Super Vegito? He doesn't. He doesn't. Super Vegito, easily Z, above Gogeta 4, if not above sort of Copium. This right here is Copium, what I'm looking at, but let's keep going. FSK, he's out of Z. Thank fucking God. He's been out of Z for months, right? Just straight up, just gonna be honest with you guys here. He's been out of Z for months. FSK, he's nothing. You know, you look at units above and you're thinking, okay, Goku Vegeta do what FSK does, you know, with a lot of support, without support. Like, it's not comparable. Look at the blue. You're right up against a crazy blue. Your FSK, you need to be type neutral to even handle him, and even then, you really can't. FSK has damage. FSK is nothing else. He should honestly be probably low S, if not high tier 1. I'm sorry, your value has fallen. Thank fucking God your value has fallen, because LF Zenkais should not be better than new LFs. Thank God FSK's in S, but he should be 10 times lower than where he is right here. Let me not understate how still overgassed FSK is. Very, very much not really usable at this point. Just saying. Because if I pop Super Vegito's main ability, sorry FSK last minute standing, and that's the scenario you think of FSK, you're not doing anything. I pop literally anything. I literally do anything. If I get Sword of Hope unique gauge, sorry FSK last minute standing, you have 0 key, and now you have to re-land a combo, and your neutral is not lasting forever, while Sword of Copium's neutral is technically forever while he's last minute standing because it's on the ultimate itself, right? So if I use that ultimate, it's on that. So forever on the ultimate, he's always neutral. FSK is neutral on his main, meaning those arts individually, yes, are neutral. So while it's better in that sense, if I fuck over your key like Copium does, what do? If I fuck over your ultimate that's meant to nuke the shit out of me with Goku Vegeta, I pop a green card with Goku, what do? If I cover a future Gohan, what do? You lose 2 cards, what do? If I cover with Gogeta 4, land a second combo. There's nothing. The FSK is damage, and even his damage is not something beyond fucking terrorizing me. Like, I can manage FSK damage. And fun fact, I ain't seen a fucking FSK in God knows how long. Like, this man has lost relevancy. Thank God. Fusion Zamasu. Again, the units I go in depth on are the units I really strongly feel about that just are interesting to put in the spots they're in, right? Fusion Zamasu takes 4 hits to peek out. You want to know how easy it is to not tap attack or tap blast a Fusion Zamasu? Pretty easy, right? So if I just think for a second, hey, like Future Gohan, like Fusion Zamasu, I shouldn't tap attack them because Future Gohan is getting 25% per combo he takes, so tap attack, 25%, keep going, up, 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 and it's going to make my units get nuked by everyone else on his team, and by himself. Fusion Zamasu, he is going to nuke the shit out of me if I tap attack him 4 times, because 80% build up, that's 4 combos, 4 taps. Okay, so let me not do that. If I avoid that scenario, which, very fucking simple, right? Why would I want to tap attack a unit that's going to build up? There'd be no reason to, right? Well, I guess they're valuing that he's fully built up, because I don't see how in the fuck Fusion Zamasu is above DKP, Full Power Frieza, Majub, Goku Black Assist, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Evolution Blue, and maybe even Corrupted Murder Zamasu. I don't see it. You're not tanking Goku Vegeta, you're not tanking Future Gohan, you're not tanking Gogeta 4, crazily at least, you're not tanking Sword of Copium, at least with his gauge full. Fusion Zamasu dies quick. I'm sorry, there's no real tanks in this meta, that just doesn't exist. Your tank is Sword of Cope, where he gets his fucking unique gauge. Your tank is your Disruption of Future Gohan, where he destroys their fucking cards and you get to live for a second. Your tank is Gogeta 4's 80% one-time cut if you don't get tap attacked out of it. Your tank is Goku Vegeta healing you. You don't have a tank, I'm sorry, that doesn't exist right now. So to value a tank higher than 2 anti-endurance, basically anti-meta units at this point, because again, endurance is the prominent thing of this meta with Future Gohan and Sword of Hope Trunks, and obviously purples, and these 2 are fucking yellow, 3 rather, but these 2 who are anti-endurance are yellow. Fusion Zamasu, hell no, you're not tanking anything. It's not how Fusion Zamasu works right now, because everyone fucking nukes. You don't have a tank in Dragon Ball Legends 2021 mid-December PvP. You don't. Any tank that they have up here is bullshit up here, or they're a boost. And the only one that should be up here that's a boost is right there. Green Goku Black Assist Zamasu. That no one else is a tank in this meta. That's just straight up how it is. Fusion Zamasu, while he's okay, he is not good right now because you die way too quick. You will never see his peak damage before he's dead, and if you do, I'm sorry. Goku Vegeta heal it all back up. Sorry, not sorry. DKP, Full Power Frieza, I do appreciate them being high, but I do think they could be higher. I do think DKP and Full Power Frieza are more valuable than FSK at this point. Like I said, the anti-endurance mechanic, which is what they are, like that's the reason their value is so high, is because they're full anti-endurance, right? You think of DKP and Full Power Frieza, you think, okay, well, good. I'm a yellow, I kill Goku Vegeta, at least the Goku aspect. Good, I can kill Sword of Copium on a rush. Good, I can kill Future Gohan on a rush, and I don't really have to worry. It's a great aspect. And then you see, like, their last unit, and it's like, who's that last unit? Like, you think DKP, Full Power Frieza, yeah, that's a good, powerful opponent, right? Who's their last unit? Oh, it's Fat Boo. And it is, by the way, it's Fat Boo. It's not, Green Broly, it's not Super Saiyan 3 Goku, it's not Goku Black Assist, no, it's Fat Boo. Why is it Fat Boo? Fat Boo. It's Fat Boo because then you have a circumstance where I can lock in this guy, and then once I lock them in, they're locked in for a couple counts. I swap to my yellow, or whoever my advantage is. If Fat Boo's my advantage, I stay with Fat Boo, and then boom, I'm anti-future because I'm not up against anything that's a really strong red. Corrupted Murder Zamasu is the strongest red in the game right now. And that doesn't say much because he dies so quickly at 6 stars. It's not like he's even fucking eating anything. And you have yellow, yellow, green, powerful opponent here where you can counter out future because you're nullifying their endurance, counter out mono purple because you have yellow, yellow, green, and you can counter out Vegeta with your green, and you counter out the yellows with your yellows, or purples with your yellows, and you have the perfect counter team. But yet, FSK's higher? Fusion Zamasu's higher? They're countering. They are literally the counters to the 3 units here. Like, what? These 3 units are countered out by these few. And then it's just, oh, FSK is better. Oh, Fusion Zamasu. No. DKP and Full Power Frieza should be the top of S. Super Vegeta should be Z. FSK should be low fucking S. Fusion Zamasu should be like, I don't know, mid S, whatever. It's just silly. Majub, very good unit, good value, I would say. He is one of the tankier. Again, you don't really have a tank in this meta, but if you want to like consider somebody a tank, he's one of the tankier units. He is very good at what he wants to do with his stalling, with his defenses, and he can do good stuff. I would say Goku Black Assist is better, but he is still at least in this realm, which I'm surprised they put him this high, honestly. Goku Black Assist, while I do think they will fall extremely after boost, they are probably the tankiest unit in this meta. You could say Sword of Cope is tankier, but it's more that his unique gauge kind of allows you to stop getting your ass beaten because, you know, you're fucking over that key. But if you want to say Goku Black Assist is tankier, I wouldn't debate that. Again, that pure defense they're getting from the boost very much is helping them. On top of, I mean, they can fuck over your Vanish at least once time, and then remove a Dragon Ball on their blue card, which they draw a blue card from main, so you do that little combo, you get a little bit fuck over Rising Rush, not really fully, but, you know, it's fine enough. Bojack, overrated. Bojack was a great tank pre-Goku Vegeta, but we're not in that era anymore. Bojack gets one combo at 14 stars to Goku Vegeta. Most units do. So when you rate a defense unit this high, they have to have something besides, hey, I'm a defense unit. He doesn't have anything else besides, hi, I'm a defense unit. He doesn't have crazy damage, he doesn't have crazy output, he doesn't have crazy sustain. He has defense, and then he dies in one combo. So where's the defense, right? At least Fusion Zamasu, you can kind of argue, okay, I can at least get some damage like going if I really like somehow maintain my livelihood. But Bojack? I've never seen Bojack peak fucking 2-card or 3-card or fucking 5-card my units. Fusion Zamasu, I've seen it, but Bojack? Bojack takes like 9 cards to kill me because he's a defense. He's not anything else but defense, right? The sub-count manipulation doesn't matter nowadays because you just run these anti-endurance units. You don't have to worry about the sub-count manipulation because you have 2 anti-endurance units. And then if you have fucking Fat Boo, you got the lock-in. If you have Goku Vegeta, who the fuck, do they care about what color you are? No, because I just swap my color. Who the fuck cares? Bojack, way too high. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, way too high. I'm not gonna... Bro, it is fucking 4:48 in the morning and that's not even legal. Anyways, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, way too high. He takes too long to even get his damage going. He needs way too many swaps given. Tag Goku Vegeta when they do swap in/out. It is technically considered a swap to build up his ultimate damage. But, why would I swap in/out of Tag Goku Vegeta if I'm advantage already? Wouldn't make sense, right? If I'm swapping from Vegeta to Goku, okay, I'm just gonna hit you that much harder because I'm stacking more damage inflicted, right? And giving you debuffs. Super Saiyan 2 Goku, way too slow for this meta. Evolution Blue, at 6 stars, I would say he should be lower. He's okay for now, but he also is a little bit slower than what's needed. I would say he could, he could definitely be in a better spot, is what I'll say. He was in a better spot when Revival was more prominent, is probably the best way to word it for him. Green Broly, I think he's a little bit gassed. You know, if they are considering him at high stars, maybe even 14 stars, like, to be really generous. No. Green Broly, I think he does one good strike on entry. Like, every single time he enters, he does really good strike damage, and I think his first blue card does really good damage. Then I've never seen anything, like, impressive from him. Like, I don't even see him. And usually units you see are the ones that are impressive. Usually, that is the case, but it's not always the case, right? Like, I might not see Namek Goku, but Namek Gokus could fuck me up, right? But usually, units that are new, if they're going to be impressive, they're going to be impressive when they're boosted. He's boosted, and I don't see this unit. He's only ever scared me when he does his first blue, and anything besides that, he doesn't scare me. Bardock, you know, if I'm going to rate Bardock, I would say he's the bottom of this, right? Like, he individually, sure. Super Saiyans as a team, sure. It's okay. You know, I used Super Vegeta on it earlier with Future Gohan, and it kind of has that stacking of support of Super Vegeta where they're using a card, okay, I'm supporting my allies. Future Gohan, okay, I cover in, okay, I'm supporting my allies, right? They have that kind of, like, flow and synergy with Super Vegeta Zenkai coming out. But besides that, it's still a gimmicky team that doesn't really work out in most scenarios. It can work out, but most scenarios it's just kind of gimmicky. Bardock himself, I would say, is low S, if not touching tier 1. He's a fine unit, just nothing insane, right? Kurota Zamasu, the best red easily in the game right now. I don't think FSK even holds a candle. Again, I would say FSK is low S tier to high tier 1 at this point. Kurota Zamasu, can't handle, you know, Sword of Copium. He goes neutral on, no, not neutral, he goes anti-endurance on his main. I believe it's for 30 counts. He just full nullifies endurance, so that also increases his value. If I were to move him, I would probably put him in the realm of above Super Saiyan 3 Goku at that point, because, again, anti-endurance on top of the concept of going neutral on his green card. Let's say I pop my main ability, then I pop a green card, and I catch a Copium. Okay, I can just rush. Like, I can just type neutral, rush a Copium, just beat his ass. Like, tell me another red unit that can kill a Copium off of a rush. There isn't one that's meta, right? Can I see an FSK do that? Not if he's any spot besides type neutral with the last man standing buffs. Like, he needs all that stuff. Cross the Zamasu, just instant it. How are people revving engines at literally 5 a.m.? This is actually so disrespectful. It's insane. I love it around here. LF Piccolo, he has good value because he is attempting to tank. Again, there is no real tank this meta, but he is attempting to tank. He can anti-endurance on his blue card, but he's a little bit too slow, so I do think him being down here could be a little bit accurate, a little bit inaccurate, but nothing too crazy, right? Dude, how are people this disrespectful at this time? Holy fuck, get a life. Jesus. Namek Goku, skill-based unit. In the servers that I play in, people don't use him very well, on top of so many better units exist. I'm sorry, you're relevant. It's just that people don't use you well enough to maintain relevancy, at least to me. Purple Super Saiyan for Goku. He can anti-endurance after main ability, so sure. Birdcoo's pretty ass. I don't know. I would say Halo Vegeta is still better, but okay. Zenkai Frieza, decent support. Then Fat Boo should be a bunch higher. Tier 1. Gogeta Blue above Kid Buu? No. No way. Kid Buu's definitely better in that spot. Future Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta above Zenkai Blue Goku, I do agree. He just has that crazy support for Purple. Well, Purple as his main team right now, at least. Cell above Ape, I do agree. I do think they could both be a lot lower, by the way. Like, Cell could probably be below Halo Vegeta. Ape can probably be above Super Saiyan, or below rather, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Yeah. I assume this is post-plat because the tier list again just came out yesterday, right? Yeah. Cell, he needs his unique gauge to really, like, do something that looks, like, impressive. Ape needs 30 timer counts worth of switches because you need 3 switches, right? And he needs a lot more than 6 stars to actually look like a unit that didn't come out 2 years ago, when in reality he came out 3 months ago. Same with Cell, who came out 1 month ago and looks like a unit that came out, I can't say 10 months ago because that's like LF Rose time. He looks like it came out, I don't even know, like almost a year ago with Cell, because again, he needs a lot more. Anti-meta units never truly last in other metas that aren't of that meta when they came out, right? God Topo, decent value because that sub-count manipulation he does offer. I am still sick, by the way. Goten, you know, I'm not going to worry about these other units that really aren't really relevant. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I do agree Halo Vegeta is better. Robbery above Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a little bit funny, but nothing too crazy there. Tier 2, I believe they rated Rose in Tier 2, which is, yeah, right there. Funny. Rose, another anti-endurance unit. On every arts, can destroy Dragon Balls, goes neutral. On blue card, has that crazy bleed that actually really fucks over Goku Vegeta. Because while they are healing, they are still bleeding, so they actually are taking damage. And one of the only units that actually is making them take damage while they're healing, right? Because they can heal it back up, but they'll still be bleeding by the end of their combo. I mean, Rose, good value because of what he can do against these meta units. He can easily rush a future Gohan and kill him if they don't pop a green card at least, right? Which you want to save most green cards if you're running future Gohan on the Goku Vegeta Sword of Hope Trunks and future Gohan setup for Goku Vegeta for Sword of Hope. You don't really want to pop that with future Gohan, right? So, pre-green card, Rose could probably one-shot on Rush, could one-shot on Rush with sort of Copium, and allows Dragon Ball to be destroyed and doesn't have a liability effect, kind of like Rival Gohan does, where you can actually stop a double rush with LF Rose instead of actually giving them a double rush with Rival Gohan. I'm not saying he's up there with Rival Gohan, but I'm saying he has more value in that circumstance of Dragon Ball manipulation. While Rival Gohan is giving them, Rose is taking them, or at least having a chance to, which is better than giving them, obviously. Anything else here big? LF Broly. LF Broly is really low. Why is he so low? I understand he only has one unique until the enemy switches, but below Vados, I disagree. LF Broly should be like above Purple Janemba, maybe? LF Broly is way too low. LF Broly could still look decent. It's just that you need to rely on your opponent making a mistake, which obviously isn't a good thing, but he can still look very decent. Definitely above Vados and them. Nothing else big here, I guess? Alright. I hope not, because if there's something big down here, that'd be a big issue. Yeah, nothing else big, it seems, right? I mean, nothing that matters, like, meta-wise, I guess. You know, LF Broly doesn't really matter meta-wise if I'm thinking about it, but I guess, yeah. The biggest gripe that's in the bottom part of this list is Ape, Vegeta, and Cell being so high. I don't know where their value really comes from, because, what is it? Ape does more against Goku, right? So his peak is going to be against the Gokus, and he needs to switch 3 times to get that peak, and he has normal endurance and at 6 stars. I've had my Ape die to a Sword of Hope Trunks in 4 cards when he had no build-up. Don't really see his value. Cell, very squishy until you get his unique gauge. Doesn't do the craziest damage until you get his unique gauge. Don't know why their values are so much higher than Super Saiyan 4 Goku, especially because GT is a better team than both Regen and, I would say, Ape's best team, which is Frieza Force. GT is superior in most aspects to that. Is Ultra Omega not on here, by the way? I guess not, huh? Because he would be probably, like, low S or mid S to, like, tier 1. I would hope, right? Blue Goku, I know people are going to have that gripe with him. I guess it's just how good he aged for a good while there, but Blue Goku, you know, he's very tanky early game, but yet I have Goku Vegeta's one comboing him. Like, I'm sorry, that's the circumstance you have to compare him to, but that's just how he's fallen because of how good these units have power crept the meta. These units that are meant to be tanky aren't tanky. You could probably just scroll through this list, and I didn't really do it intentionally, but if I were to scroll down, 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 you see a lot more tanky units further down. Super 17, further down. Super Janemba, who wants to be a tank, further down. Broly, further down. Topo, further down. Now, these aren't really units that are going to be relevant anyways, but you see how the tanks have fallen more. And then when I scroll up, look at the tanky units that can actually tank. It's one with a boost, right? Anyone else here that wants to be a tank? Maybe Majub if you want to be generous, but you're really using Majub for the color counter at that point. Bojack, he's just too high overall. And then, again, you really don't have much tanks. LF Piccolo, maybe, but again, you're using that for a color counter scenario, not really for his own sake of tanking scenario. Birdku, again, color counter scenario, not really for his own sake of tanking. But yeah, I do think this has one of the most discrepancies, one of the biggest issues. This list, Super Joe not being Z tier is probably comical. If I weren't so tired, I would probably be laughing at it, but Raul Gohan, way too high. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is Z, but I don't think he is above the other units. He is above that are in S tier. FSK, way too high, should be low S tier at this point. Super Vegeta should be number 3, if not number 2, if not top 5 at least. And then DKP, Full Power Frieza, should be the number 1 and 2 of S tier here. Some tanks should fall down. I think every tank that's not Goku Black Assist should just fall down immediately, like 10 spots. Majub should be the best non-boosted tank in the game right now. And if you even want to consider him that, it's just more, again, a color synergy situation why you bring Majub, because you bring Majub, Gogeta 4, you're countering out Mono Purple. You are beating Future because, okay, they're not really bringing a strong red because the only strong red is Zamasu. Why do I need to bring Zamasu? in a matchup when I have Sword of Hope and Puddle Gohan and Goku Vegeta. You don't. You don't do that because it's not needed, right? Majub fits well as the best non-yellow boosted unit that's more defensive, right? Evolution Blue, move down, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you get one combo, I'm sorry, you're not going to live long enough to even do your stuff. And if you do, Goku Vegeta will heal it back from 20k HP to about 1 million in one combo. I'm sorry how that works, but it is what it is. And yeah, overall, a lot of gripes, honestly. Again, the biggest one being Super Vegeta just not being Z tier is, in my opinion, just a joke. But let me know what you guys think of this. I actually want to see his explanation before we end it here. Let's see. One of not the very most popular characters in London Sisters finally here's Senka. Okay, I don't need the fluff. I need the explanation. He isn't setting the most. Wait, what? While he isn't setting the meta completely on fire like he did with his release, he still mainstays on Mono Purple. But Mono Purple is the most meta team in the game. Given Future is better, I agree. But Mono Purple is the team you see the most in the meta in the game right now. So he is setting the meta on fire. Providing exceptional tanking, stalling, and deceptive damage capabilities. And being put alongside Super Saiyan Blue Goku Vegeta doesn't hurt either. So why this tier? He takes a little bit to get going, but they... Huh? I'm confused. They literally said Mono Purple. And on Mono Purple, he takes 0 time to get going. So if I'm thinking Mono Purple, his best team, and they're saying Mono Purple, but they're also saying he takes too long to get going. Exactly. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think of the GamePress tier list. I feel like I said enough with just my reaction to it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.